What if I told you that over 2,000 years ago, Chinese emperors had access to a system so powerful, so precise, that it allowed them to predict the outcome of wars before a single soldier was deployed? And what if that same system could tell you today whether to sign that business deal, whether that investment will pay off, and whether the person sitting across from you is someone you can trust? This is not astrology. This is not a lucky charm. This is Qi Men Dun Jia. And once you understand what it is, you will never make an important decision the same way again. My name is Amelie, and on this channel, we explore ancient wisdom that actually works in the real world, for business, for wealth, for life decisions. Today, we are starting at the very beginning, because before I can show you how to use Qi Men Dun Jia to make smarter money moves, I need to show you what it actually is and why some of the most successful people in Asia quietly use it every single day. Qi Men Dun Jia, which translates roughly as the mysterious gate of hidden stems, is one of the three great arts of ancient China. It sits alongside Da Liu Ren and Tai Yi Shen Shu. Together, these three were known as the emperor's tools. Not tools for the common people, tools for those who needed to make decisions that affected empires. The system uses a combination of principles you may have heard of: Taiji, the I Ching, the 8 trigrams, the 10 heavenly stems, the 12 earthly branches, but it synthesizes them into something far more actionable. It does not just describe the world, it tells you what to do next. Let me give you a real-world example of just how powerful this is. In 2019, a man named Dado Anthony Chang made 14 major predictions about world events for the coming years. Using Qi Men Dun Jia, he predicted a global pandemic, a worldwide economic shutdown, and a series of geopolitical shifts, all of which came true, all 14, in the same year. Now, I am not sharing this to sell you magic. I am sharing it because it raises a question that I think is worth sitting with. What if there are patterns in the universe that most of us simply do not know how to read? That is what Qi Men Dun Jia is about. Not superstition, not luck. Pattern recognition at a cosmic level. So how does it actually work? Let me give you the foundation. Qi Men Dun Jia operates across 4 dimensions. Think of these as 4 layers of reality, all influencing the outcome of any situation. The first dimension is heaven, Tian. This represents the cosmic energy of the moment, the timing, the universal forces at play that are completely outside your control. Think of it as the weather of the universe. You did not choose it, but it affects everything you do. Some days the wind is behind you, other days it pushes against you. Qi Men tells you which it is. The second dimension is Earth, D. This is the physical environment, your surroundings, the location, the material conditions of your situation. Is the location right for what you are trying to do? Is the physical setup working for you or against you? Earth answers those questions. The third dimension is Man, Ren. This is you, your actions, your choices, your behavior. The only dimension you have direct control over. Most people focus only on this dimension, only on what they can do, and they ignore the other 3 entirely. That is like playing chess while ignoring the board. You focus on your piece, but the board tells the whole story. The fourth dimension is Spirit, Shen. This is the invisible force, your higher self, your intuition, divine guidance, whatever language resonates with you. In Qi Men, this is the dimension that most people underestimate, but it is often the one that changes everything. When all 4 dimensions align, heaven, earth, man, and spirit, that is what mastery feels like. And that is what Qi Men teaches you to read. When you open a Qi Men chart, it captures all 4 dimensions at a specific moment in time, like a photograph of the universe, at that exact second. What you see is the 9 palace grid, 9 squares, each representing a direction, an energy, a story. Inside each palace, there are 4 layers of information. The top symbol tells you about heaven, the cosmic energy at that moment. The palace itself, which direction it sits in, tells you about Earth, where the energy is located in space. The gate symbol tells you about man, the action to take, the behavior at play. And the deity symbol tells you about spirit, the invisible quality of the energy in that palace. Every reading is a real-time snapshot, and from that snapshot, a trained practitioner can extract an extraordinary amount of information. Now, here is what makes Qi Men different from other divination systems. Most systems tell you what is. Qi Men tells you what to do about it. It is strategic. It is military in its origins. Ancient Chinese generals used Qi Men charts to plan campaigns, decide when to advance, when to retreat, when to negotiate, and when to fight. At the heart of every Qi Men reading is a principle you may have heard of: the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, water. These 5 elements do not just describe nature. They describe relationships between people, between opportunities, between your energy and the energy of the situation you are in. And in Qi Men, the most important question is always this: what is the relationship between you and the thing you are asking about? Is the situation feeding you, giving you energy and momentum? Or are you feeding the situation, pouring in your effort but getting little back? Is the situation trying to control you, blocking your path? Or are you trying to force something that does not want to move? Or are you in alignment, where you and the opportunity are moving in exactly the same direction? 5 possible relationships. And once you know which one you are in, the decision becomes clear. This is why people who understand Qi Men do not panic when things get difficult. And they do not get overconfident when things look good. They read the energy, and they respond accordingly. We are just scratching the surface today, but I want you to leave with one idea. Every important decision you have ever made, every investment, every business partnership, every career move, happened inside a context, a moment in time, an energy field. And most people walk into those moments completely blind. Qi Men Dun Jia is a flashlight. On this channel, I am going to teach you how to use it, step by step, in plain English, with real examples you can apply to your own life. In the next video, I am going to show you 5 signs that the universe is trying to warn you away from an investment, and most people completely miss them. If that sounds useful to you, hit subscribe. And drop a comment below. Tell me, what is one big decision you are trying to make right now? I read every comment. See you in the next one.